This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Lizard Man Nathan Nile with Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all of your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., and it is a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the Lizard Man, Nathan Nile.
Oh man, you didn't have to introduce me like that, man.
I absolutely had to. We have to go big on wrestling with.
Yeah, if I wasn't wearing my mask, you would just see me blushing like an anime girl.
And this is a big moment because it's the first time we actually get to hear the Lizard Man speak.
Yeah, I'm just learning how.
And can the Lizard Man tell us where it will be event-wise next?
I know I have CSW going on, Chicago Style Wrestling, March... When is it? March 15th, I want to say. Yeah, March 15th. Friday, March 15th, Franklin Park at the American Legion.
Okay.
And that's the only one. That's the only one I can recall off the top of my head.
Fair enough. And where can we find all things Lizard Man on social media?
I'm mostly on Instagram. That's the only one I know how to use efficiently. Follow me there, Lizard Man Nile.
And
yeah.
Merchandise?
Merch, yeah. I got a couple shirts. Just got some masks. Some replica masks. I've got a couple buttons and some wristbands.
And how can we get this? DMing you Pro Wrestling Tees?
In person. No, in person only. Sorry, I'm not that fancy.
Alright. And you don't have to go looking for it. The link to his Instagram will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Alright.
Cool.
Let's get into it. You work for Chicago Style Wrestling and AHW. Can you tell us about your relationship with those companies?
So, Chicago Style Wrestling, when I was a kid, I used to always go to their shows. And my uncle actually used to be a wrestler. So I've known Steve Boz basically my entire life. So, yeah, it's kind of, hit him up as soon as I graduated high school. And then, yeah, I've been doing it ever since then. So, yeah, I've been training with Boz ever since, I think 2022? Yeah. As for All Heel, I remember Leslie La Muñeca brought me over there once, and then just kind of stayed over there. I was well liked over there. So yeah, that's my relationship with them.
Okay. You mentioned it. You started in May of 2022.
Yeah.
And 2023 was your first full year of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Do you kind of go from October to October, or are you going from January to January?
What do you mean?
Like when measuring, your progression. Are you starting with
Uh,
October, or are you going straight to January because it
ooh,
was your first full year?
October. Yeah, October.
Okay. And how did you kind of, being your first year in pro wrestling, your full year, 2023? How did you feel about that experience? Because you have done, some pretty incredible things, to say the least.
Um, well, I mean, I was just kind of like, enjoying, all the road trips and just hanging out with people, not caring too much about getting paid, just want to wrestle and, uh, tell a bunch of cool stories about, my experiences and all that stuff to my friends and all that. Um, yeah, yeah, I was just kind of going through the motions a little bit.
Yeah, I understand. All right. Well, speaking of, your first year and, the incredible things that you've done, you actually had match of the year against Percy Drews. Um,
Oh, right. Oh, I so forgot.
what did it kind of mean to you to get that award?
Um, well, it was pretty cool, but like, because I was barely a year in, and I'm already like having match of the year somewhere, right? And it's cool that it's with uh, a guy I actually like too. Well, I mean, I like everybody, but Percy's a really cool dude, so I'm happy it's with him and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a real honor, like to have that under my belt. You know what I mean?
Right. This is for you got match of the year for AHW, for anybody that's wondering. Um, and you also won another award as well, the holy shit moment when you were drawn by Meathead.
Oh, Metalhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was cool too. Um, that was my second time at All Heel Wrestling when that happened. Uh, and I remember like a bunch of vets were like kind of giving me a little talking to, like, save your body and all that stuff, and I'm just like, I really don't have a choice. I mean, he threw me, I didn't throw myself. Come on now.
Right. It became somewhat of a viral moment, no?
Yeah, it did. And then I continued to do more daring things later on.
I mean, the best part is the the lady that you were right in front of when he drew you. Her face was so concerned.
And then Torch told me, because again, that was my second time at that show, and then Torch tells me like that group was like the loudest section ever, in their crowd, and me and Metalhead like shut them up like real fast. With that, like, everyone thought I died, and I loved it.
Right. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Hmm.
But you were backstage for TNA?
Uh, kinda. I wasn't necessarily backstage. I was like I was more in the catering section with my buddy Primo Loco. I've known him my whole life as well. I was just like helping him out, hanging out with everybody. Really, I didn't really go backstage, so I don't know how accurate that would be. I don't know. But yeah, I was just in catering, hanging out, with Primo Loco.
Well, I mean, a lot of the TNA roster came out for catering. One
Well, yeah.
being Conan. Was you able to talk to Conan?
No, I didn't really get to talk to him. He was like kind of like kept to himself. I didn't want to bother nobody. But I was super happy for my friend Primo because he got to talk to him, and Primo's such a big Eddie Guerrero fan, so to have so getting to watch him experience that moment was like awesome to watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I didn't really get to talk to him.
Okay. Well, keeping on the topic of LAX, you got yeeted by Hernandez, no?
You know about that? Oh man, that was like November 2022, man. Been Oh man, you've been going through my Instagram or something, man. That was so long ago. But yes, I did get yeeted by Hernandez.
I mean, you mentioned that you were that happened in November. You debuted in October.
Yeah.
Hernandez not a small name in pro wrestling. What was that experience like sharing the ring with him?
Nerve wracking. Because again, like I'm a rookie, right? And I'm already, uh, you know, throwing hands with Hernandez, and he's a big dude, right? I'm 5'3", about 150 pounds at the time. I gained 10 pounds over the last year, but yeah, dude, that was crazy, man. Like, yeah, I was dreaming about that for like a week after that happened. Had nightmares about it.
Oh, now, could you tell us about the advantages and disadvantages of working underneath a mask?
Disadvantage. Um, Peripheral is, not 100%. Um, Another disadvantage, people would think the breathing part is hard, but I've gotten used to it. Um, and I do have to keep my face covered at all times, and that's no picnic. But advantage, um, I'm super introverted, so when I walk around without my mask, no one really, knows who I am. So I get to just, be, a person, I guess, amongst the crowd, and then kind of keep to myself. That's one advantage. Another is like I feel like a superhero when I wrestle, with the mask on, and I like superheroes, right? Yeah, that's all I have.
You mentioned the breathing aspect. I could imagine. I mean, your whole mouth is covered. Usually, the mouth is open for mass. It does
Yeah,
seem like it would be hard to breathe in.
yeah, you would think, but I guess just get used to it, or I don't know. Sorry, my answers suck, but you'll get used to it.
You're completely fine. Um, and I mean, you're not necessarily a traditional, luchador per se. Was being underneath a mask something your trainers brought up, or something you wanted to do?
Something I wanted to do. Uh, Reason I wanted to do a mask was one, you stand out like a sore thumb, amongst the other wrestlers. Uh, and I am a little like insecure about my face and all that stuff, so I figured the mask is like a good way to, go into the wrestling business. And, and again, I like superheroes too, right? So
Right.
yeah, it all comes down to like just me being insecure, about myself. That's one reason.
Will we be getting new mask designs in the future?
Um, I have yet to order one. I have a Rey Mysterio like tribute mask.
Hmm.
Um, cause WrestleMania 22 is my all-time favorite, which so happened to happen in Rosemont, Illinois. Right, that's my
That's right.
that's where I grew up. Right. So yeah, I got a tribute mask coming. I have no idea when. But yeah, that's the only new design I have coming.
Okay, gotcha. And we're looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, I'll post it on, my Instagram, the only one I really use.
Right. We're talking about all the great things that you did last year.
Right.
Can you tell us about that time you wrestled as Yoshi?
Yoshi. Oh man. So Proving Grounds, Chicago. That's Axel Rico's company. Um, uh, yeah, he just like hit me up one day and was like, "Hey, can you play Yoshi at my show?" And I was like, "Hell's yeah, I'll play Yoshi. Yeah, that sounds fun, right?" And it was just those shows are so fun. I'm not super huge on anime, and that whole world, but yeah, that was really fun. Playing Yoshi was really fun too because I got to do the flutter things off the top rope that he does, right? And just the crowd really responds well to all these characters. You know. Oh, and then too, my buddy RAFAEL Quintero was Mario at that show, so that was another cool thing because I like hanging out with my friends.
Right.
Oh, and then in his match later on in the show, uh, I gave him a ride on my back, and he like clotheslined FXB, who was playing King Boo. Boo, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, that was super fun though, man.
Just keeping on the breathability of things. It was a full bodysuit you were wearing, no?
Oh yeah, that one was a little hard to breathe, and because of how hot it was. Like, oh, and then the Yoshi head I was wearing too was getting in my eyes, and yeah, that one wasn't too good breathing wise.
Well,
But overall, it was
uh,
fine.
one might say that you evolved from Yoshi to Ash Ketchum. No?
Yeah, I love the way you said that. Yeah, that one I chose for myself because I know more about Pokemon than I do Yoshi. Because I still play Pokemon Go since 2016. I played all the main series games since Let's Go, right? And then yeah, I just know more about Pokemon, and I love that franchise more.
We'll put a pin in that for the moment time being and
Cool.
go into Lizard Man's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell
Yeah.
us a road story that fits that description?
Ooh. Okay, here's a funny one. Um, though I'm not sure uh, my friend will like that I'm gonna tell this story, but I'm put on the spot, so I'm sorry in advance, Frankie. Um, so on the way to Wisconsin for JWA, it's me, Quintero, Jack Valor, FXB, and his wife is there. Uh, FXB is driving. His wife is in the passenger. Uh, Me and Raph, we got the window. Jack is in the middle. So we're on the way to Wisconsin, and we're about 10 minutes away from the venue. And we also rented a car. Well, FXB rented the car. And then Rafi had to, relieve himself, right?
Right.
So FXB getting ready to pull over, so Quintero can go, handle his business. Nobody, the FXB included, saw that there was a ditch. Oh yeah, and we're like surrounded by cornfields, right? There's cornfields, all over the place, right? Because it's Wisconsin, right? What else?
Right.
But yeah, FXB pulls over a little too much, and I wish I was able to see this, but Jack uh, saw clear as day Frankie's face. The look of horror in his face, I can only imagine it, but the look of horror in his face was priceless. Okay, because again, it's a rental car, right?
Right.
So any damages, that's gonna cost way more money. But yeah, we got lucky with that because there were no damages. But it was just like the car almost tipped over, and then we all had to use our wrestler muscles and push the car out of the ditch. And then yeah, Rafi got back to taking care of what he needs to take care of. And then me, I'm waiting. I don't have to use the bathroom yet, but we're waiting, right? So I decided to take myself a little souvenir, right? And again, we're in cornfield, so I got hungry, so I decided to take a little piece of corn with me. I'm so serious, and I gave one uh, FXB's wife because she was like, "Oh, yo, Liz, man, why don't you pick me one too?" I was like, "All right, cool, here you go." And then got dirt all over my jeans, and they were black too. Got dirt on those. Man, I'm so mad. But yeah, that's about the only story that I can come to my head was me stealing corn and, you know, FXB almost flipping the car over.
It's definitely a bizarre adventure to say the least. Thank you
Yeah,
for
it has to be.
thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Now let's get into it. Tell us about your love of Pokemon.
Well, it all started in 2016. Um, I'm getting ready to walk to my grandmother's house, just to, go hang out or whatever. And then my dad's sitting on the front porch. This is in the summertime. And then my dad yells like, "Hey Nate, uh, you know, heard about this game called Pokemon's Go?" I was like, "No, I haven't." So I downloaded it, and I, immediately began playing it. And me, if I am gonna play a game of some sort, I have to watch the series, right? So, I get back home, I'm playing the game, uh, and then yeah, I just go to Netflix and turn on Indigo League, and then yeah, it's kind of been in love ever since. And then that Christmas, uh, Let's Go Pikachu was coming out on the Switch. Man, how old was I? I was about 14, probably. But yeah, like that's how my love for Pokemon started, right? And then I just got into like this unhealthy phase of collecting Pokemon cards. I would go to like Disc Replay. Uh, I would go to Toys R Us when that was still in business. Um, but yeah, just like everything Pokemon, couldn't stop talking about it, which was weird because I was talking about that more than wrestling. What? Could you believe it?
How far did you get into the series? Because Pokemon is a very long, never-ending series.
Uh, well, I finished Indigo League, and then I got on the X and Y series. If it was on Netflix, I definitely watched it. Um, I was watching a little bit of the Gen 2 series and a little bit of Sinnoh. I didn't really get that far, but yeah, just like I was addicted to Pokemon. Oh, and I also have a Charmander onesie lying around here somewhere.
Ooh, maybe that's your next character that you portray.
No, that's okay. My Charmander plushie kind of has that covered.
I gotcha. Oh, can you tell us about your action figure collection?
Ooh, my action figures. Well, I have. Okay, so I'm a big Eddie Kingston fan, right? Me and my uncles love the guy. Um, I have a Eddie Kingston signed figure I got for my birthday once,
Wow.
thanks to my uncle. I have. Ooh, I have Samoa Joe when he won the NXT title. I bought that when 2K18 came out. At the GameStop around the corner.
That's right. They had
I
that.
have a, I have a signed Hulk Hogan too, and I have another Hulk Hogan. And I don't even like Hulk Hogan like that. Why do I have that? But uh, the other Hulk Hogan I have is from the classic Superstar stuff, like Jack Specific,
Okay.
which I, love anything Jack Specific because that's, kind of what I grew up on, right?
Right.
In high school, a buddy of mine gave me an AJ Styles action figure because she knows how much, I love wrestling and AJ Styles. He's really cool. And these are all the ones that I'm like most proud of. Who else do I have? I have TJ Perkins when he won the Cruiser.
Wow.
Cause yeah, when that tournament was, came out, I was like, I ate it up, man. I loved it.
Right.
Oh, and I remember how I said WrestleMania 22 is my favorite, right?
Yeah.
I also have Edge when he has the cargo jeans and the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that figure as well.
I believe I have that one as well too.
Oh, nice. And then yeah, I got some stuff from my childhood. Oh, I also have 3 members of Undisputed Era. I'm missing Adam Cole because Rafi bought it before I did. We bought it off of FXB, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, and I also stole Rafi's William Regal action figure because I'm a you know uh, Charlie Dempsey mark, and I love his dad as well, right? So yeah, that was just like, I don't know, I was proud of that.
Okay. Is there any action figure you have your eye on next that you haven't gotten that you do want?
Um, if I can find Tyler Bate or Pete Dunne somewhere. Oh, uh, and Johnny Knoxville from when he wrestled Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. That would be cool as well.
Right. Okay. Now,
I also have Taz up there too.
ring gear or announcer?
I'm not sure. He can't move that well, but he's got the black jumpsuit with the orange stripe on the side.
Okay.
Almost like an off-brand Adidas jogger pants. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it.
Now, if anybody that listens to the show knows that we've had guests that have had paranormal or extraterrestrial encounters in the past. Have you ever experienced any paranormal or extraterrestrial encounters?
Nope. And I'm lucky I have not. Because I am not the bravest person in the world, and I would not be able to cope with that. But yeah, no.
Yeah, man. Can uh, can you tell
Wait, I'm
us?
sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
if you don't mind, who has had an encounter? Like, just list off a couple of names I might know.
People that you know. I'm not sure if they're people you know, but Just Breezy, um, Jacob Brashaw, Lilith, um, Lilith came on with Alexander Crowley. Those are the ones. Oh, and not what is his name? Che Long.
Okay. Cool. I was just making sure that I didn't know anybody.
I don't think you have.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Now, can you tell us about your dog?
My dog, yeah, she's really cute. Got her since, how old was I? Like 9 or 10, something like that. I don't know, but her name's Candy. She's a boxer, just a boxer. And then, yeah, not really much to say. Like, she doesn't do much. She's a really good girl. She's the sweetest girl. And, I love her so much. She hardly ever barks. She barely barks when the doorbell rings. So, yeah, that's nice. Right? And she's also one of those dogs where you can just walk and you don't really need a leash. So that's really cool as well. But she has a little hard of hearing. I don't know why. Because she's not deaf. She just doesn't listen. Yeah, no, but she's a cool dog.
I cut you off. Continue.
Oh no, I was just saying she's a cool dog to have. That's all.
It sounds like you have her very well trained.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's my dad's doing. So.
Okay. I mean, doesn't bark when the door rings. I mean, I can't get mine to shut up just normally, let alone when the door rings.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think she knows that it's like, oh, cool. My auntie's here. Something like that. So she'll like run to the door all excited, or like, oh, it's just Amazon again. Nah, whatever. I think that's what it is.
Alright. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're in a band, no?
I'm not in a band. No,
Oh,
I just play guitar and bass at a novice level.
okay. Maybe that's what I saw.
No, I mean it would be cool though. Follow the steps is Mark Andrews. I'm a I'm a Mark Andrews fan as well.
Alright. Well, somewhat of a segue into the colossal question. Let's say that they're making a movie about you. Every
Yeah.
movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on your movie soundtrack?
Oh, the first three songs. Ooh, I would probably. I would probably put "Landmines" by Sum 41
Okay.
as like the opener, I guess. Um, maybe get some ska punk in there. Maybe oh, you know what? My friend Nick, his boyfriend is in a band called the Lung Darts. So I would probably put "Friendly Fire." Oh wait, I think that's one of their songs. Uh, "Friendly Fire" up on there as well. Yeah, "Friendly Fire." And let's see, song number 3. I'm gonna go. Let's go. Heart Shaped Box, Nirvana.
Alright. Solid three picks there.
Yeah, big rocker. I am.
Now that we have the soundtrack done, everybody knows you make the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays the Lizard Man? And you can't say yourself because you are legally obligated to make a Stanley-esque cameo. And just for reference, you can pick anybody you want. It's a big production, so living, dead, old, new, CGI is a factor.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, who would play me? Uh, Golly keepers. Um, Man, I really don't know. All right. You know what? I like a good laugh. Let's go, Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I really love Adam Sandler. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Ironically enough, he has already played a lizard.
Wait, when did he play?
Leo?
That's right, Leo. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. I thought so.
Oh
Boy,
yeah.
that was recent too, man.
And low-key, really good movie too.
Yeah, I watched like little bits and pieces of it though. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Now that we have the Lizard Man casted, uh, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be three people significant to you in your story that would be in your movie? And if you can, who would play them?
All right. Um, I would well put my uncle up in there because if it wasn't for him, wouldn't be here. I guess. Um, my uncle. I would want. Okay, it would be really funny if Chris Farley was alive and well.
Oh yeah.
Um, I would love it if Shawn Michaels played my trainer Steve Boz
Okay.
because they already get it like compared a bunch. And you said three, right?
Yes.
Ooh, man, I gotta be careful with this one. Ah, crap, man. Oh man, this is a tough one. Who do I love enough to put in a movie? I'm gonna get in trouble. Uh,
I mean, you could pick more than one. I just limited it to three.
okay, cool. Well then, I'm putting uh my closest wrestling friends in there. Got FXB, Rafael Quintero.
Okay.
Oh, it'd be really cool if Rap was played by Jason Momoa, man. I was just watching Aquaman before this interview.
Oh yeah.
As for FXB, what's that guy's name from Cobra Kai, the Hispanic dude?
The one that Miguel that plays Miguel,
He,
right?
yeah, him. Well, yeah, Miguel from Cobra Kai.
Um.
Oh wait, actually no. Reverse those two. Miguel will play Rafi and FXB Jason Momoa. Cool, got it.
And we'll just stick with Miguel from Cobra Kai because I cannot pronounce his non-kayfabe name.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird name.
Yeah.
Well, a cool name, but weird.
Yeah. Alright. It's sounding like a mega blockbuster, and you can pre-order the tickets now. Now you mentioned, your uncle is was a pro wrestler as well. So
Yeah,
that does make you, a second generation wrestler. Um,
yeah.
what are the advantages and disadvantages of being a second generation wrestler?
Um, Well, advantage is, I can just go to him like for advice and all that stuff. Um, I haven't really experienced like any disadvantages, but I guess except like um, as in like man, I don't know how to word this out. I haven't. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. All right. The only disadvantage, well, I guess like, oh, I gotta live up to, you know, expectations, that kind of thing.
Right.
Well, even that, I'm not really too stressed about. Yeah. That's the only thing. Like, advantage. I just go to him for advice. He's been through it, and really no disadvantage.
Okay.
Because I'm confident enough in my wrestling ability to, carry myself.
Right. On to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't order it myself. But if it's on there, I guess it's on there. Yeah, I'm not very picky when it comes to my food. So
So kind of leaning more towards anti rather than pro.
yeah, I'm more anti, but whatever.
Okay. What's
I
your
mean, is it the worst thing in the world? No, it's not the worst thing in the world. But
I mean, depending on who you ask.
yeah, people get upset for some reason. I don't know why. Just kind of, it's not hurting nobody, right?
Right.
If anything, it's fruit. It's, good for you. I don't know how it's good for you, but it's good for you somehow, right?
Yeah. I gotcha. What's your spirit Pokemon?
The spirit Pokemon, ooh. I want to say, well, I really like Torterra. So I'm going to go, I'm going to go Torterra.
Okay.
It's kind of laid back, right? Slow moving. Slow moving, that's inaccurate. But, yeah, it's kind of laid back and all that stuff. And I like trees and such. I like to hang out in the woods, that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess that would be my spirit animal. I mean, spirit Pokemon.
Now,
Yeah, and plus all the quizzes I took, like, what's your type if you're a gym leader? I've always gotten grass.
so like you've actually taken the quizzes.
Yeah, I've taken the quizzes.
We had a little bit of a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of cheat sheet. Ah, I feel dirty. I cheated.
Oh, now we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Doug? THUG.
I do not.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. 'Cause a Doug can't spell. We love the late great Tracy Smothers, trying to keep the memory alive on the show.
Got it. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, I never met him, obviously.
Right, but he is definitely worth a Google search, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, and then everything I've heard about him, like, nothing bad. So,
Oh yeah, Tracy was one of the
I
good
mean, yeah,
ones.
there's that. Oh, I'm sorry, what you say?
I was saying Tracy was one of the good ones.
Yeah, good, because we need more of those.
Yeah. Alright. With this question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical Rock.
A rock?
Yes.
Yeah, I would definitely consider wrestling a rock. I mean, I like a challenge, but that's an easy win right there. Wait, hold on. How big is the rock?
It's about the size of a shoe, I would say.
Oh, stomping that thing all day.
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that
Oh, and
wrestled.
plus I'm a grass type gym leader, so of course I will win.
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that did indeed wrestle a Rock for over 15 minutes in a tungsten man match. That's an on man match that lasts for 2 weeks. Yes.
I've been seeing Psycho Mike on my feed lately, so
Oh,
that yeah, that's funny to me, man. God,
and unfortunately, Mike did not pick up the victory on the Rock as well. So, yeah.
it must have been a water type. I mean, not a water type. What else is we flying type? I mean, or fire.
On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I see myself um like relatively famous to the point where um I'm making enough, like I'm getting enough bookings to where I can uh like I don't know, just kind of live off of wrestling, which is kind of my end goal, really, live off of this wrestling thing.
Right. And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what Nathan Nile is all about?
Um, Probably no, definitely my two matches with Rafael Quintero. One of them is at Square Circle Megastars. Find that on YouTube, on Pro Wrestling Shoots YouTube channel. And another one, an hour and 40 something minutes into the video for All Class Independent Wrestling. Yeah, me and Rafi wrestled each other there. Um, and I got some stuff on IWTV as well for Chicago Style Wrestling.
Okay, and you said we could find the first two matches on YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, I will look on YouTube for those specific matches. Um,
Yeah,
and,
I mean, I have the link for
oh,
those. I can send it to you.
that would be perfect. And I will
Cool.
put the link to those matches in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox for anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Cool.
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of Doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our
Doom.
this is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Oh, oh, I'm ready.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Mm, I'm gonna go. Jeez. I'm putting on the spot. Putting on the spot. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go William Regal.
Worst wrestler.
Worst wrestler? Ooh, boy, I don't want to get in trouble. Uh, Worst wrestler. I'm gonna say. Oh man, who's that guy who wrestled Bret Hart that one time? His last name was like, I don't know, McGee or something like that.
Mike McGee.
Mike. Yeah, yeah. I would put him on there.
Okay. You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Can I pick more than one?
Sure.
Rafael Quintero and FXB. I'm sorry, I keep putting my friends over, but
Hey, it's completely fine. If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Latino Heat.
Sweet. Finish the sentence. K-Babe is...
Alive. Not well, but alive.
We would have also accepted taste great on toast. Squash. Vegetable or fruit?
uh, Vegetable?
It is indeed a fruit.
Gosh darn.
It has seeds. Tomato logic.
Mm.
New Japan Pro Wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Whatever makes you the most money.
Alright. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
I have not. I'm sorry, I failed. I have not had a conversation about Darby Allin.
Well, surprise. That's the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me, man. I feel honored. I feel famous.
Absolutely, and I feel honored to get the first words from the Lizard Man. And once again, where can we find all things Nathan Nile on social media?
Uh, Mostly on Instagram because that's the only one I'm fishing in. Follow me on there, Lizard Man Nile.
Alright, and you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link, and the tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. And if you're at an event, buy a damn shirt.
But no pressure.
Oh, but I'm putting the pressure. Buy a damn shirt.
Alright, well, you could put the pressure on, but I'm gonna be nice.
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, go on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Red Energy and Paradise Coffee. Um, Join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for these incredible interviews. And you can follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. You can follow me personally at JamesJ993. All right, Nathan. When I say wrestling with, you say entertainment. Okay.
Cool.
For our very special guest, Lizard Man Nathan Niles, Calico Yacht, Scooter Dust, I am James J, and this has been Wrestling with.
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.